Okay, so let's discuss today's Geeks for Geeks problem of the day. Palindrome sentence. Given a single string S, the task is to check if it is a palindrome sentence or not. A palindrome sentence is a sequence of characters such as word, phrase, and series of symbols that reads the same backward as forward. After converting all the uppercase letters to lowercase, so this thing needs to be taken care and and removing all non-alphanumeric characters, including spaces and punctuation. What are the non-alphanumeric characters? Basically, alphanumeric characters are like alphabets and the numbers, right? And basically, it says that you should skip all the non-alphanumeric characters, including the spaces and punctuation. Like if we see this string, after character O, there is a space, right? White space. So this needs to be ignored, right? And if you see this string, there are full stops in between. So these are also needs to be skipped. Okay. So after skipping these characters, we need to check either the rest of the characters which are making a string is a palindrome sequence or not, right? So palindrome sentence are like which are in the palindrome sentence, all the backward and the forward characters are same, right? This is the basic definition of the palindrome. Okay. So what can be the idea to solve this problem is to if we start to we can solve this problem in two different ways. Like I can first make a valid string in which I will exclude all the non-alphanumeric characters and I will convert all the uppercase letters to lowercase so we can compare these characters easily. So we can proceed this in this way also, but it will basically take often space, extra space, so it won't be a good approach. So better to approach with a second method that would be if we traverse this string by taking pointers, right? What can we do two pointers? If like in the palindrome problem, what we take two pointers. The first pointer points to the starting index of the string, and the last pointer points to the last index of the string, right? So here also we can take these two pointers, and whenever I will get a non-alphanumeric character, right? I will skip that character. I'm checking for the first index, the character at the first index. If that character is non-alphanumeric, then I will skip that. Okay. Similarly, if uh, the character at the jth index means the last index, then also I will skip in that condition also. Okay. So if we get to a character which is valid and like both of the characters are valid, like the first character and the last character which is pointed by the first and the last indexes. So then I will check either these two characters are equal or not. If they are equal, then it's fine. I will just increment the first index and decrement the last index so that we can check for other characters also, right? And basically, I just return if these two characters are not equal, then it means that this is not going to be a palindrome sentence, right? For sure. And after uh, traversing from forward and backward, I will return true because if it is not a palindrome sentence, then it would surely be written from this statement itself. But if we are reaching at this line of code, then it would surely be a palindrome sentence, right? So this is a basic problem of palindrome. I just had to skip the non-alphanumeric characters, right? And also the uppercase letter and the lowercase letter is same, right? Like if a capital letter of A and small letter of A at the first and the last index, then it would be considered as equal, right? Okay. So it's a basic problem. And this is a lambda function. If you don't know, this is the implementation of the lambda function. And this is taking a character as the input and returning a boolean variable that okay, if it is a alphanumeric character, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so it's a simple problem. Okay, so let's move to today's lead code problem of the day. This one is also a easy problem. Let's read this problem also. So it's fruits into basket two. Okay. So you are given two arrays of a deer, fruits and baskets, each of them 10, where fruit size represent the quantity of the ith type of fruit and basket j represent the capacity of the j basket. Okay, so I think I should first write the time and space complexity of the previous problem. Okay. So what would be the space complexity? It would be just of one, right? It would be of one because we are not using any extra space. Okay. And what would be its time complexity? So we are just iterating a string, and every character is iterating only at max, only at once, right? So okay, so it would be of time complexity of n. So its time from complexity is of n, and space complexity is of one. What is the is expected? Yes, it is uh, meeting the requirement of the expected time complexity and space complexity, right? Okay. So reading the problem again. Okay. So basically, what are the parameters and the conditions are given in this problem are that we have two arrays. One is fruits array and second one is baskets array, right? So fruits array has the elements which are indicating the quantity of that fruit type, right? At every index is pointing to the different type of fruit side. Like zeroth index is pointing to a fruit A, and index number one is pointing to a fruit B, and index number two is pointing to fruit C, right? And baskets. So there are three baskets. So basically, it is given that the length of both of these arrays are equal, right? So we have the equal number of baskets also. So now baskets array is pointing basically it is storing the elements which are indicating to the capacity of that basket, right? So basket A has a capacity to store at max three quantity of yeah of any of the fruit type, right? Okay, and similarly the basket B can store five quantity of a different type of fruit, right? So we can only store a single type of fruit in one basket. It is also mentioned here, right? Okay. So we just had to return the number of fruits types that remain unplaced after all possible allocations are made, right? So what we need to do, like this, for every type of fruit, I have to find a basket. That basket should be the leftmost empty and valid uh, basket should be. Like for four, it should be five because I can easily store the four quantity of uh, fruit of type A at basket B, you can say, right? And for two, I can take this one, right? So I can store this type of fruit into basket A, and for this kind of fruit, I do not have any empty basket in which I can store this type of fruit, right? So it means one type of fruit will be unplaced. So I have to count those number of unplaced fruit type, right? Okay. So problem is quite easy. Let's see the constraints. So constraints. Okay, so n has the max value equals to 100 only, right? So I can write the program in of n square or of n cube time complexity would be fine uh for this problem, right? Okay. So how I can proceed with like I can proceed with the brute force solution. So for every fruit, what I will do, I will traverse whole basket array, right, from left to right, and I will check either the current basket has the capacity to hold the current type of fruit or not, right? And if that basket is able to, then I will store those fruits into that basket. And that basket will no longer be able to store any more type of fruit, right? So I will make it marked as like maybe like I have marked it with -1. So it will never be meet the condition of any other fruit type, right? So I can make the okay. So basically I just have to traverse likewise for all the fruit type. Like for I will do for two, what I will do, I will traverse and the first basket itself would be able to store the uh, fruit type B. So I will store it, that fruit type into that basket, right? So easy implementation, I just traverse with nested loops. So the outer loop is traversing over the fruits array, so it will take often time. And this inner loop is iterating over the baskets array, which is also taking off in time, right? So it will, in total, it would take off n square time, right? Okay. So for checking the capacity, basically I just checking for the jth element at the jth index, right? And yeah, simply so. Okay. So basically, whenever I get a basket which is able to store the fruit of a particular type of fruit. So I would store and basically break the condition for the inner loop because I can't because that fruit type is already stored. So why to explore other baskets, right? Okay, so I in the last I will return the unplaced number of fruits and fruit type basically. So yeah, so this is also a simple problem, easy problem. Just have to traverse. It will take often square time. And if I talk about space complexity, it would be of a simple problem. Okay. And implementation is also easy, and there is no any difficult addition to build this brute force solution, right? And if any future question would be having bigger values, like maybe 10 to the power 5 or 6, then the solution will not be able to submit or accepted in the any of the programming platform, right? So in that case, I have to optimize the code accordingly. So for now, uh, thank you for watching. Okay, we'll meet again in next video.